29 musicians and artists who arrived back from Turkey on Friday have been placed in quarantine in Johannesburg. The group was stranded in Turkey when lockdown came into effect. They made public appeals to the South African government to help bring them home. The group were repatriated by a direct flight from Turkey and landed in South Africa on Friday. They are currently under quarantine in Bedford View in the east of Johannesburg. The artist group representatives Lundi Mlonyeni joins us via Skype from the quarantine facility they're being housed at. He's actually on the phone line. Lundi, thank you so much for joining me. Really appreciate it. The circumstances are a lot different. Welcome home, I think, is the first thing I need to say. How do you feel about being back at home?
Thank you, Jacob. Man, I actually don't have words. It's still so surreal. Definitely things have changed. The spirit, the air is entirely different here. And all I can just say to sum it up is that we are more than excited to be back home right now.
Now, tell me about the last few weeks building up to you guys coming home. Was the communication much better with government? Because I remember last time we spoke, you said you weren't getting a lot of immediate communication from government at the time.
Yeah. It was slightly better, but I think the most confusing or sort of anxious part about it was we still didn't know what exactly was happening. So we got direct communication, however, the feedback wasn't consistent. It was more of, okay, no, let's see what we could do. And then we got confirmation that there are flights available, but now the biggest issue now is funds for the flights. So we only have enough funds to get ourselves from Antalya to Istanbul, which is a domestic flight away. From then, we were just waiting for feedback as to, okay, fine, will we be able to get support from getting from Istanbul to South Africa? And fortunately, we got it, I think, about the day before. So in the morning, we all packed, quickly organized transport to move to the next city, and it was that. So, yeah, it was somewhat better, but just not as probably fast as we would anticipate it. But we're not complaining.
Now, just to refresh our memories, the reason why you went to Turkey was for a performance, and you were meant to stay there for a bit of an extended period, but the COVID-19 pandemic hit, and that's how you got stuck there, right?
Yes. Yeah, so we had got there, we were all recruited by an entertainment company that had brought us to Turkey, and we were supposed to serve work under contract. Our contract was from about 6 months to a year. Some of us had different contracts because we were in different productions, but all under one company. So essentially we'd go to hotels, perform there, do covers, etc. We had a band as well, and then this would be the duration over 1 year. From then on, we'll come back. So because of the COVID-19, it then meant that we're not able to work and we're not able to do anything. Hence, we got stranded. The company was supporting us, but then they ran out of resources and funds, and they then told us, guys, please make means to appeal to your government or to your family members to help you guys, because our hands are tied right now. So hence we're in that position.
And what were the past few weeks like in terms of being looked after when it comes to food and accommodation? How were you guys making a plan, and who was funding that?
I must say the campaign and the video that we launched and initiated made a lot of traction. And I need to also extend a huge thank you to everyone that has been helping, from the embassy, to DIRCO, to our family members and our friends, as well as also the people in Turkey. They heard our plea, and we were receiving food parcels. We opened a GoFundMe account where people could also donate money so that they could help with us actually moving to the next city as we did, and also buying essentials like toiletries, cosmetics, as well as food. So everyone actually chipped in from Turkey as well as South Africa.
Now, Lundi, take me back to leaving Turkey, flying out of Istanbul and then landing in South Africa. What was the mood and the feeling like there? I believe there were a lot more people that flew with you, also stranded in Turkey. And then upon your arrival, how was everything handled? And what is the feeling like right now where you guys are quarantined?
So before we left, I mean, we were excited, but there was still a disbelief in the whole situation until we saw more South Africans and we got to the airport, then we got our ticket, and things started getting so much more surreal. From the time we got to the airport and onto the plane, okay, it's starting to kick in now. And once we touched down and we landed in South Africa, we were just flooded with emotions, so happy. And I mean, South Africans have this thing of Ubuntu, and we could immediately feel it, you know, from the airports to the drivers to the quarantine. It's just been a blissful experience, I mean, for lack of a better word. I'm not even trying to exaggerate it, but we've been really taken care of. We can feel that we are welcomed back, and I think a lot of people are just, you know, so taken away by this whole experience, not just us by the 29th, but other families as well, because other people were also stranded in other positions in different predicaments.
All right, and you guys arrived on Friday, and where are you currently now? And when do you get to see your family?
Yes, so we arrived Friday. We are in Bedford View, the Makir Hotel. So we're going to be stationed here for a maximum of 14 days. Once the quarantine sessions obviously are over and everything is okay, we'll then be able to go to our respective homes. So some of us are still going to travel to Cape Town, Eastern Cape as well, and some of us are still here in Johannesburg. So once the quarantine is over, then we'll be able to move.
So it's safe to say the worst is over. Have you already had conversations with your family? How are they feeling?
Definitely the worst is over. Our families are more than happy to actually have this good news that we are back. Yeah, it's just joy and excitement now. At least, you know, we are home. So we are closer to home. We can stay home. We can practice social distance, quarantine, all of that at home. So I think that's the biggest relief right now.
Lundi, my parting question, as an artist for you and the group, what's next? Where to from here? Once all of this is over, do you think you'd be traveling once more?
Yes, definitely. We're not going to let something like this actually stop us, provided obviously there is another opportunity for us to expand, you know, our work. We will either, you know, try to find newer, our higher horizons here in South Africa. But I mean, if there's an opportunity that enables us to do what we initially wanted to do under better circumstances, then by all means we'll also do that. So the music never stops, essentially.
Will the Arts and Culture Department include you guys in the relief benefits that's expected for artists?
We have made an appeal to them whilst actually we were in Turkey just to navigate and sort that out. And, I mean, the Arts and Culture has been so helpful. They were the ones that helped us dearly in getting back here. So we're just waiting for feedback as well from them as to what will transpire from that. But I don't see why not.
All right, Lundi Mlonyeni, thank you for your time. He's part of the group of 29 South African artists repatriated home on Friday, along with others, following numerous pleas with the government for assistance. Welcome back home, Lundi and the group. We can't wait to have you in our studios one day, maybe for an artist spotlight or a performance.